Look at what's happened to New York. It's a ghost town. Take a look at New York. It's a ghost town.
Good early morning, everybody. It's your boy Malcolm Charles. Welcome back to another episode of the 5 a.m. Club. And for this morning, I'm going to be challenging the notion that New York City is
a ghost town.
In case you're new here, the 5 a.m. Club is a challenge I started where I try to push myself out of my comfort zone at 5 a.m. and try to live life to the fullest. And for today's challenge, I'm going to be exploring the top 3 tourist locations that I think are the most important and best ones in New York City. Location 1, Central Park. Well, if the cops are up this early, that means something's going on in New York City this morning, y'all. We're just about entering Central Park, and it's quiet, but that's expected. It's also 6 a.m. I'm not doing this to show you that New York City is the place to be with people everywhere, swarms of crowds, because we can't expect that right now because we're in the middle of a f***ing pandemic. And if you think that, and if you expect that, then this is not the video to be watching. I'm doing this to show you that you can still have fun and live your best life regardless of your circumstance. Right now it's actually called Matisse's Terrace, and this is always where people are sledding down when it snows. They're out here walking on the ice, and they're just really enjoying their time down here. There's live music usually, and it's usually a time, but it's 5 a.m. so you can't really expect anything. So my general thoughts of Central Park are that people come out here to try and get a breath of fresh air before the busyness of the workday starts. It's empty, and so the only people out here are the ones that really want it, the ones that really care about their fitness, their health, or their state of mind. Because like I talked about in an earlier video, coming out in nature helps me get settled and in a good state of mind, so I'm sure for many other people it's exactly the same. So this has been Central Park, now let's head to Times Square. We've just made it to Port Authority, Times Square. Making our way to Times Square. It's just about 7 o'clock now and it's definitely getting brighter. I definitely would like to draw the contrast to the fact that on the Upper East Side and Upper West Side, it's much more residential, so the fact that Central Park is more quiet and there's less activity going on is pretty fitting for the fact of the area. They're currently filming Good Morning America live right behind me right now, and the studio's right here. So I made my way all the way downtown to get to Times Square, which is about 20 blocks away from Central Park where I was at earlier. This is like the hub where everyone needs to go to transfer or just to get to work, and this is an extremely busy area. This is Midtown. This is probably the busiest area in New York. And considering it's already 7 a.m. and there are cars absolutely everywhere, people are flooded, I'd say New York is not dead. Generally, like I've been saying, like I always say, New York is gonna be what you make it. Now, we're in the midst of a pandemic, and you can't expect some of the luxuries and events and activities that we once had expected to be keeping it current with the current condition of the world. Obviously, it's only first thing in the morning here in Times Square, and it's gonna be less filled, but you still see the ambition of people. You still see people going to work, people walking around, and people just getting their shit done. And I think if that doesn't show you the liveliness of the city, that in the midst of a pandemic, people are still going to work, they're still traveling, they're still getting out and exploring New York City, then I don't know what would. Let's head to our final locations in Washington Square Park, and let's finish up strong, guys. So we're just making it to Washington Square Park right now, and I have not been back here since probably November. And considering we're in the end of February, it's been a while, so I have no idea what to expect. A lot of us hung out there all the time at night, as you may remember. Alright, I'm at Wash right now, and I'm one of 5 people here. Obviously, it's about 7:30 right now, 8 o'clock. I'm really surprised that it's really empty. But also at the same time, Wash is more of a place to hang out at night and skateboard, and with snow all over the ground, cops always investigating this area. I understand why. but it's definitely so much emptier than I left it and how I thought it would be. So although I will say Washington Square Park is dead right now, we can take a look at what's inside here and it'll show us that it was a little more live last night. There is a massive amount of confetti and White Claws right behind me, so I'm guessing a couple of white girls had a nice fun party last night. So that just about wraps up all 3 locations, closing our 5 a.m. club for the day. And I think I went out here with the wrong idea. I went out here filming today thinking that we're gonna find all these incredible fun things people were doing at 5 a.m. in New York City, and I realized that because we're in the middle of a pandemic, luxury and fun is not at the top of everyone's mind. What's at the top of everyone's mind is literally just survival and making ends meet right now. And as primitive as that may sound, a lot of people are struggling to make it out here. I talked to a lot of business owners, a lot of people that I work with personally doing my content development for them, and it's hard. So in essence, I would not say New York City is dead, but I would say the priorities of New Yorkers have changed. And on that note, it's been your boy Malcolm Charles. If you enjoyed today's video, please smash the like button and hit the subscribe button because it really helps. We have a lot of fun, exciting content coming out and a big trip planned. I'll tell you all about that in our next episode, and I'll see you very soon. Thanks for watching, guys.
It's a ghost town.